Hello, welcome back to the SourceFed podcast. I'm Candace Carrizales, and with me today is...
William Haynes.
Steven Suptic.
Cool, good.
No, I know.
Okay, so we were talking before this, and we were like, hey, let's have people get to know us a little bit better, maybe just a little bit better. And so I thought it'd be cool for us to talk about how we kind of got started on YouTube, or how we kind of started making vids and just following our dreams.
Who's got the shortest, easiest story to get through?
I feel like it would be complicated for us. I realized this recently. Like, I'm 23, and I damn near have a decade's worth of experience.
Mine is like, I have a long, complicated story that I might be able to break up into like 4 short bits.
Okay,
I might be able to try to do it.
I feel like we almost have a little lengthy stories then, huh?
Yeah,
we got.
Mine is kind of like Will knows mine.
Yeah, I was there for some of it.
Will was there for some of it.
I like how we were just looking at some of your first videos from your show, Live
like
a Little.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah, Live a Little on Soul Pancake.
Don't look it up.
I think your YouTube videos are funny.
But what's so funny about it is that Candace looks the same.
I look the same. I was just telling Will, like, so we were looking. Yeah, I was 15 in these videos. And I look the same.
That was 4 years ago,
And I'm
right?
like, people see this now and they're like, what is this content she's making? And I'm like, no. I was 15 then.
I really liked it. I still like what you do. I feel like you're now the least weird that you've ever been. What happened?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like back then you were like, just like, boy, just a paint box full of paint colors.
Did you realize the money's at relating to people? That's where it's all at?
Yeah, that's what I realized. I was like, I'm going to sell out. No, I think... it's funny you say that, because back then I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I've never been on like a camera before or anything.
But here's the thing, no one even knows what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you talking about?
I was just talking about this web series I had that we were talking about. We were
Live a
watching
Little.
it earlier.
Oh, it's called Live a Little?
It really is
Live a
called
Little.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And it was basically this web series I had
On Soul Pancake.
on Soul Pancake. And
Which is Rainn Wilson's company.
yeah.
You're bad at telling your own story.
Well, I wasn't telling the story. I was telling a thing that I was just saying
Yeah.
about when I was 15. I wasn't starting my story.
How'd you begin? How did you
Okay,
first...
I'll just tell my story first then, I guess. Okay, so I just kind of made videos in middle school, sort of like lip sync videos and stuff. Like, I don't know, you can't find them now, but they're offline. And then when I was like 15 in high school, I started making like more like vloggy kind of YouTube-y videos.
And they were weird.
Were they?
Yeah.
I don't think it was... Okay.
Like, you just would... I felt like you would just say anything. I always find it entertaining.
I just watched your road review. That was funny.
Thank you. That's a more recent video. That's from this
not
year.
I like your new
Or
stuff.
Thank you.
I haven't seen your old stuff.
Thank you.
But I like the
my
new stuff.
My new stuff is like 3 things. Like, I made 3 things.
I
the
did
past
notice
2
that
years.
you get like 30K views a video, but you only upload once a month.
Not even once a month.
You know, that could be good if you uploaded more. Like, if you uploaded
Yeah.
more, you'd be making more money.
Yeah, I have a thing. I only want to make sketches. That's really important to me, and I don't do it.
There was only
I don't
one...
want to vlog because it's not fun for me. Like, that's not what I like to do, and I think you should do what you want to do when you're making videos. So I want to make sketches, and I have like a partner that I like to do it with, but we both are working, and then we write videos, and then we just need to make them. So yeah, I need to make it
So you made
happen.
videos in middle school.
So I made videos, and then I found this tweet from Rainn Wilson, and if you don't know who that is, it's the guy that plays Dwight on The Office, and basically he tweeted, like, we're looking for hosts for a web show, submit here. So I just, like, submitted this YouTube video that I made on Photo Booth, and it was just me, like, being dumb.
Is
like,
that
it wasn't even
2012?
funny. Yeah.
So
it's
Rainn
2012.
Wilson noticed you?
I
That's real
guess.
cool.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like the Rainn
I
Wilson?
thought it was really cool at
Yeah.
the time. And
It
this
was
was
cool. It was cool.
It was during the Olympics time, I feel like it was.
I don't know.
How do you not remember? I remember because it was...
It was the summer.
How long
of
have you guys known each other?
2012.
Since then, back then.
Like 10 years ago?
No, like
Yeah.
4 years ago when she started doing those videos.
Oh, okay.
And I remember it was during the Olympics, and I was on this thing called Team Super Jackal Hawk Tiger Explosion, which was with Wheezy Waiter and some other people I don't remember. And
Wheezy Waiter's great.
it was a lot of fun. And I remember that summer I had to be at my my parents' house all summer, so I was just making weird videos, and I found yours, and I was just like, like, I was so perplexed about how, I guess I always felt like I was the weirdest person I know. And then I saw your stuff and I was like, oh, there are other people.
It's weird because I don't think my stuff is that weird. Like, I'm aware, I feel like, more than ever about it. But, like, I don't think back then I thought it was that weird.
That was
think
just
I was
you.
just trying to
relate.
Anyway, so I submit this video to this email, and then I get a response back, like, a few weeks later after I forgot about it. And they were like, hey, can you make a video of you interviewing somebody? So I interviewed a foreign exchange student at my high school. And then a few weeks later, I got on a Skype call, and it was Rainn Wilson, and then like a couple of the other like co-creators of Soul Pancake. And it was the craziest. It was so nuts. I was like, what is happening?
I think the reason why it was so weird to me is because the Rainn Wilson thing that was happening to you was when I met Zay Frank, who was like I guess real like friends with Rainn Wilson.
Oh.
And they made a video together that summer.
Oh, okay.
And that's why that's kind of how our worlds kind of like came together.
Do you still keep in touch with Rainn Wilson?
Occasionally, very occasionally, there would be an email sent like once a year.
It's like, hey, remember?
Yeah, maybe twice.
That's
yeah,
better than what I get.
And I'll run
from
into him a couple times at like an event or something. But yeah, he's really cool, and he gave me like this start, which is nuts.
He's like a philanthropist, right? I see him on Instagram posting about his charitable donations and all of that.
Yeah, he's really awesome. He's a very good person and just really cool. But anyway, so yeah, I got this web series, and they came to Columbus, Ohio, and we shot 10 episodes of this web series in like 3 days, and it was so fun. But I'd never talked on camera before. I never had been in front of a camera crew or anything, so I didn't know what I was doing. And like the result was a lot of editing, I feel like, of talking around my slow talking, and they were like piecing it to jump cuts and stuff. But it turned out pretty fun. And then we did a second season, and then that kind of got me into more YouTube stuff.
And then you did that video where you went to the Pitbull show.
I went to that wasn't Live Little, but yeah, I went to a Pitbull concert.
That was
Love
a good
Pitbull.
video.
Oh, that's right. You had a picture with Pitbull. That's cool.
Hunan Penguin.
Hunan Penguin.
Yeah, that's the
YouTube
name of your channel. It was. You were on Soul Pancake.
It's still there.
I mean, still there. Yeah.
Hunan Penguin still there. Video every 3 months or more.
You were making stuff on Soul Pancake, and you also had Hunan Penguin.
Yeah.
And it was funny videos like, here's my routine for the day.
So how did YouTube transition to stand up?
So Live a Little ended in like 2013, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2014 is my high school had this thing. I'm just kind of getting a bio of myself, and we can all do that. So 2014 was my senior year of high school, 2013 to 2014. And basically, my school had the opportunity your second half of your senior year where you go on a thing called Walkabout. And basically what it is you go do something the second semester that you want to do. So I was an intern on Comedy Bang Bang, which somebody on the SourceFed subreddit found me in a episode, like as a passerby or whatever. So I was interning as a PA. And then I also interned at the offices of Iowa West Improv School. So I did that the second half of my senior year in high school. And then I got a job working for Rhett and Link. They produced a show called The Hey Hey Show that I did with my friend Shannon Coffey. And so that was like a short-lived web series, but very fun. It was like a talk show, and then it turned into a sketch show. And then that kind of ended 2015, but I started stand-up at the end of 2014 around September because I moved into a house of comedians.
So you have a very rich history.
A rich history, sure.
Rich history.
When
did you get the Jaguar?
And now I'm at SourceFed.
A few months ago.
That must be fun.
Yeah, I sold out.
Oh, dude. Like, a lot of people have issues with selling out, but I can't wait to sell out.
What do you want to endorse?
I don't know. Adidas. Like, anybody who's trying to pay me to sell out,
I want to be able to buy a house in the next few years, I'm tired of renting. Like, obviously, I'm not on the track to be able to do that, but I'd like to.
Yeah, it's different here in LA. I can't buy anything. I realize, like, you know how, like, the system is, like, you buy a car. They're like, oh, you pay payments on a car and you get a new car. I realize cars are developing so fast. Why the fuck would I buy this piece of shit?
Especially when they're automated cars in the next, like, 5 years even that are probably going to like that Tesla SUV can drive on the road without you don't even have to look. You go to sleep and end up at your destination. I wouldn't do it, but like in the next 5 years, I probably would feel safe doing that.
Wait, we changed the subject. We still got to talk. I want to know about you because I know about Will. And I still want Will to talk about it. But you're talking about cars and selling out. But
let's go back to the age before I sold out.
Wait. But you haven't sold out quite yet. But you're on the cusp.
I am very much on the cusp.
We gotta go back deep.
You're my favorite person today.
Let's bring it back down to before I was anything.
Before you were born.
So before I was born, my dad was on a yacht, and he was just fisting everything. And then I was born, so
one of them women got pregnant.
One of them women did get pregnant, and that woman was, I don't know her. So then we
you
ended
don't know
up.
Your mom.
I know both of my parents, actually.
Okay, great. Start lying.
So let me bring up the truth. It all started in a small town called Glen Ellen, Illinois. It's a sweet town in the middle of the suburbs of Chicago. I was always very much into video production. I really like the show Jackass. So my friends and
Video production. the shittiest produced show of all time.
Yeah, I was seeing a clip from their movie the other day, and it looked like it was shot on a VHS player. And I was like, what is this? Anyway.
Which, like, Jackass, like, are you talking like 2007?
I'm talking like Jackass 2.
Oh my God.
The one where they hit the hammer and the dildo goes up in the guy's butt. The one where they jump into the lake on that thing and there's that song that's playing.
I remember that.
I've never watched Jackass.
It's a fun time.
You don't need to.
Yeah, it's not necessary for sure.
I don't need to.
You really don't need to. You will, like, not be better as a person.
I think it would.
Your heart rate. Then when I was, I think I just had a stroke. So I was always doing these wacky things with my friends where we'd go down the driveway and in these like wooden things. There's treasure trash day once a year where you can go pick up everyone's trash from around the neighborhood, and we'd like get these weird shelves that can just roll down the street. And then I ended up like hurting my pinky finger real bad one time. But we'd film it, and my friend would never let me edit or put any music in, so I'd have to sit there watching him edit. I got real pissed. This was back when they used like Windows Movie Maker, so I just stopped doing all that video stuff for a while. Eventually I made some school projects, kind of like got the spark going. And during that time, I played a lot of video games. That was like a lot of Halo specifically.
Oh God.
Big waste of.
We're the same age, right?
23?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're the same age and we're both nerds, but you were the other type of nerd. Like I was the anime nerd. And I would play like Smash Bros.
Oh, I hated your people.
I hated your Halo people too. I hated those Halo guys.
And I would just play Halo all day. It really ruined my social life.
Game Boy Advance Shrek 2
yes.
game.
I love the movie games. You ever played Fantastic Four on the
Kim
PlayStation?
Possible.
So bad, but I loved it.
You guys ever played Kim Possible Game Boy games?
Yes. I wish she was a real woman. I wish she was a real 25-year-old woman.
Video games.
Who does the voice for Kim Possible?
Kristen Carlston Romano.
Can't tell if you're serious.
Yeah. From Even
Stevens, the older sister.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah, I know everything about that.
Well done. So I did all the video stuff. I was playing a lot of Halo at the time. I slowly learned how to do video making myself.
What's your first editing program?
Windows Movie Maker for sure.
Okay, yeah.
But then I moved on to Sony Vegas, which I still use to this day. A lot of people are like, well, that's not the industry standard. I don't give a fuck.
Shit.
So I still use Sony Vegas, and
I still use iMovie, but then my computer crashed, so now I have to buy something else.
Wait, that's your go-to choice is Sony Vegas?
Yeah, you just get used to a program, and it's like if I were to switch to Premiere, I don't know, it would take me like a month probably to get a clean edit. But just stick to Sony Vegas. So I started editing a lot, and I got a little bit good at that because my friend wanted to make a montage for me out from my Halo clips. I don't know if you guys know what a Halo montage is or like any video game montage.
Cut to what music though?
Oh God, Papa Roach.
Papa Roach
for sure. Yeah, like I tear my heart up on. Yeah.
Oh god, I used to love watching anime music videos to like Linkin Park. So they take the anime and like cut it around to make sense.
It's so weird that we have such a similar timeline, but with just different mediums.
That's the truth for everything in life. Everyone is the same, but we just can't see it.
What's that? That Adam Ruins Everything conference where he was like, generations don't exist. Everyone's always the same.
I think so. I don't want to say that we're always the same, but I'd say we have a lot in common.
Snippet of Adam
realize.
Ruins Everything. You know that guy? I don't know his actual name.
Yes, Adam.
Yeah,
He
Adam
was-
Conover.
Oh, Adam.
Conover. I don't know.
Raina Scully, previous host here, and I had a meetup one time at a place called Diablo Taco in Los Angeles. He showed up, not for the meetup, but to get tacos.
I was like, what?
Yeah, he was just
Yeah.
there eating tacos, and I was like, "Hey, I like your videos," and he didn't respond. I was like, "Okay." So then-
Really?
I don't think he heard me.
I've seen
but-
him once in person too. I've been to I don't know if I should even tell it because it's his personal business, but I went to a party once, and I've only been to a couple parties where I was like, wow, this is a real
And
LA
he was
party.
just coked out of his
No,
mind.
he wasn't on coke. He was definitely drunk though, and I was like, hey, you're Adam, and he was like, thank you, and it just went on. It was beautiful.
Oh man, that he seems like a smart boy.
Yeah,
Seems
definitely
like one of the smarter boys.
hilarious
I
too.
don't know who he is.
You've never
I
seen
like.
him.
I've
People
seen him, and
are.
I know who he is, but I haven't really seen any of his stuff. I saw he hosts a stand-up show, so I've been to that. But other than that, I haven't seen his show or anything. But I hear good things about it.
I think he's really funny. I don't really like watching the Ruins Everything because I don't like having shit ruined, you know?
Right.
I learned a little bit from that show, so I just I've been watching that. It told me not to buy a house, but I'm not gonna follow
You can
those
do it
rules.
anyway. I like the one on wedding rings, but that's because I already agree with that. I don't want to buy a wedding ring ever, so yeah.
Did you guys watch? Just listening to the topics. Did you guys ever watch Chelsea Does? That her Netflix
The drug
show?
thing?
Chelsea
yeah, it was
Handler?
interesting.
Well, yeah.
Not only drugs,
Well, it
but-
was like the
No.
4-piece mini series thing for Netflix, and it was like she did Chelsea Does relationships, and she just like goes and talks to people like, why are you married? Like, what is your relationship?
Yeah, that one was
like?
great, and she didn't
It
like
was
reach
so
a conclusion
cool.
about it. She just was like,
Yeah.
I really like
And
her
then
a
Chelsea
lot.
does drugs, and she just like tried all these different
And
types
she
of
actually did
drugs.
'em?
And,
Oh, yeah.
and learns about them and asks
Super
doctors
interesting.
and stuff.
What the fuck?
It's an awesome show, and it only was 4 episodes, but I
I-
hope they make another series of it.
I got to meet her this year, and it was one of the best experiences of my life.
Oh, that's cool.
I had to do a Snapchat interview a bunch of people, and she was one of them. And so she had a green room, and my green room was next to her. And I was asleep in my green room because I had to come from working here all day and then do that after work. And then so they're like, well, Chelsea's ready. She's in the room next to you. So I wake up, and within 10 seconds, they move me into this other room, put a phone in my hand, and then I'm interviewing Chelsea Handler. And I don't remember what I said to her, but she doesn't laugh. And I thought that was very interesting.
really never.
Or
Yeah, she
maybe
don't laugh.
you weren't funny.
No, she said, you're a funny black guy, huh? So I was like, yeah.
You know what makes me feel not like weird, but I'm just curious about how the relationship was. Her and 50 Cent.
I know.
Like what? That's such a weird combination.
Totally makes sense. I know it does. This is so like fucking weird to say, but when I was talking to her, I was like, oh, I know you like black guys. I know you like black guys. I know you like black guys.
But 50 Cent, Chelsea Handler just seems so self-aware, and then 50 Cent, like just that airport thing. It's just like that guy is so on the opposite spectrum.
I believe it because I know I only talked to her for like a couple minutes, but I could tell that the way I was speaking to her, she communicates through voice. Like if you say something like this, she's gonna like she'll appreciate that or understand that. And 50 Cent's got a voice on him, so it makes sense.
Interesting.
So she just like some upfront, just some busty boys.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people you just gotta talk to them in a certain way.
Oh, well, that's fair.
And then they know.
Anyway, back to my life.
Right,
Where were
right.
we at? I made some videos, played some Halo, got good at editing, learned motion graphics. It's where you do like those titles on the screen, like different kind of 3D things that can move and all that shit. I started to do animations. So that's where I
Cool.
got my start. So yeah, my friend was like, you can do like. So I also played a little bit of a game called Minecraft at the time. Yeah.
Are
So-
people still playing that?
Oh yeah.
So you
Oh,
started
God, yeah.
playing that. You did that
never
on your
played
own
it.
free will.
I started playing it because I was not a young boy, but like I was in high school, late high school, well, mid high school, and my friend had it. Like he was playing it on his computer. I was like, "Whoa, that looks interesting!" Because you're building some it's in a foggy area. You're building a base, and you're defending yourself at night from these monsters. I was like, "Well, you know what? This isn't lame yet." So I played it, and I was like, "Wow, this is a good game." Then my friend was like, you can actually do animations. They have some of these rigs out online, and you can use some sets. And I was like, okay, this actually sounds pretty cool. So I started animating, and my videos got picked up by like some bigger YouTubers who like what is it called when they just like show them off in a compilation kind of thing.
Yeah, back in the day when like if you tweeted someone else's out video or you click like on it, it would get 20,000 views.
Yeah, there used to be so.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yep. What happened to that?
I think because YouTube is like, it's made for the viewers. It's not made for us. It's made for the random people who type in YouTube to look at cat videos. If it was designed for YouTube creators, that would be more of a thing.
Well,
yeah.
I miss that. It was just such
Me
an easy
too.
way. Like, I always felt
It was
bad
great.
about being like, yo, could you like put a like on this video or something? Or like, if, you know, favorite it. They used to have favorites
If you could
too.
like
Yeah.
my video, that'd be so amazing.
Like, yeah. I mean, please still like the videos.
I'm
and
really
shit.
trying to make
Yeah.
this a full-time job. So
Yeah.
it's like, and then
Was that high school you started doing Minecraft?
this was high school.
Yeah,
And
it had to
then
be.
by late high school, I had started doing Let's Plays on YouTube and they were getting traction. I was getting like 1 million views a month, which is like, it's pretty decent at the time when you don't have a job or anything and you're working at like in like high school. So by the end of high school, I was able to get a decent, like a little bit of money each month where my parents weren't like, wow, you're useless.
Yeah.
So I was 2 years into community college, didn't have any idea what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. This YouTube thing was working out, and by the end of it, my friends were like, you want to come move in with us in Wisconsin and do a skit channel? And I was like, yeah, dogs, this is way better than anything I'm doing here in little old Glen Ellen. So I moved in with them in Wisconsin, did a skit channel, built up my own channel, and worked full-time on that. Got it to a decent, like, I think it was 2.5 million or so a month by the time we moved to Seattle for a business thing that didn't work
Views
out.
a month?
Yeah, and
That's
then
really good.
And then I made a series that started doing well on my channel, which is like a Minecraft animated series. And then when I was in Seattle 6 months later, I got a job offer here in LA for Super Panic Frenzy.
I remember that. I remember meeting you for the first time. Yeah, and you came into the office and I think
We
Jeremy-
meshed, I think.
Huh?
We meshed.
I thought it was weird that I talked to you and it felt like I knew you already, and I was like, all right, well.
That is the weirdest shit. Whenever I talk to someone, some of the time, like when I become friends with them, they're like, well, it's like we've known each other our entire lives.
That's just a thing
Yeah.
that you have.
I think you guys have it too.
Yeah,
I really do, because
okay.
like, what were we before we knew each other? You know, what
it
was
doesn't
this?
feel like life was existing.
Yeah.
You look different back
I have
then.
a question.
You've grown up.
I change every 6 months.
Me too.
Did you know I existed before you met me?
No, this is my story, and everyone's
No,
a
I
part
wanted
of it.
to know because I knew who you were for a little bit.
I knew,
And then
you,
we met in person just a few weeks ago, and it was cool and chill and fine.
I knew
just
who you were
fine.
because I watched some of the SourceFed videos. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I saw you doing that, and
Okay.
then yeah, we met, and it was chill. It was super
It
chill.
was just so chill.
It was like the chillest shit, dude. You guys are so chill.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You guys are so chill.
so chill.
Hey, real quick, you guys are chill as fuck.
Chill. Is
Literal.
that your story?
That's my whole story, and now I'm here,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
and I sold out.
It's
Sold out. I fucking
it's
love that.
A beautiful story of selling out.
If
and-
you get a chance to sell out,
Yeah.
sell
Do
out.
it.
Like, are you kidding me?
And why be mad at somebody else for selling out? I'm glad you sold out. I'm glad you made the money you
I have
can.
not sold out. I want to make this clear. I'm very strict
You gotta work hard
on
for
the
that.
things I do on my YouTube
I'm gonna be real
channel.
with you guys. I really should have peed before this podcast.
I remember you
If
were saying
you
you
that
wanna-
should-
hits you hard.
Go
If
get
you-
it.
If you gotta go,
You guys
real
for
bad,
real?
Yeah, go get
You
it.
don't care if I just go get it real quick? You guys
No.
have this on lock?
If you gotta pee,
Yeah.
I'll
you
do it
gotta
quick.
pee.
I'll go pee so
It's
quick.
literally right
I
there.
will literally run so fast.
Okay.
Do we have like a
Go.
handy? Do we have a
We got-
handy cam to watch
Just
me
go
run?
and
Okay,
don't
go.
trip over the wires. Okay.
I think he knocked over a drink. I heard it. Yeah. Then water came out.
Oh really?
Yep. It's all right. It's all good. It's just over the wires and shit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I saw a little
I
water
hope
in
I
there, but
don't-
we should be all right.
it all like domino effect. The electricity goes.
Can we all die? I wouldn't want to die like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if somebody died because of septic. I feel like he and I have the same. I think septic, Phil, and I all have the same something wrong with you. Phil's just the best at hiding it. I really do believe that.
I think everybody has something wrong with them.
Yeah. You too. But you don't have the same shit that like septic and I have. It's like,
What do you mean?
it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like a mental illness, but it's close.
Do you want to start on your story? Should we wait till Steven gets back from the little pee-pee break?
Let's talk about you and me.
You and me. Will and I met in 2012.
I don't remember when we met
through-
in person for the first time.
Oh, person was VidCon, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that we met. Steven is back. I think you and I met through Ian Doki's. Ian Doki had a live show.
Oh,
Ian Doki also works
yeah.
here. For people that don't know,
Yeah.
we're all. It's so funny because we all met through the internet. We all
Yeah.
met through a weird live show. And now
Yeah.
we're all working together,
So,
which is really cool.
Ian had a show on. It wasn't even like one of the popular like streaming services. I don't
Nobody
think.
watched it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ian. Nobody watched it.
It was the people that were watching it and the friends of the people who were on it.
Yeah.
So I remember he was like, I don't think I even knew him before that, but he sent me a message asking me to be on this thing, and it was me, you, and like 2 or 3 other people, and we're just
Yeah.
live talking about something.
We're just
And I would love to see that now because I'm not even.
and
that
we fell in
person.
love, and we're getting married in March of 2017.
Wouldn't it be
Thank
crazy
you.
though? I don't list off anything in my life anymore. Like if I ended up marrying you in March, I'd be like, well, life is like that sometimes. You never know what's gonna happen. Not that I'm saying that I'm trying to marry you, but if that happened, I wouldn't
feel
be
like
surprised.
you're trying to marry me.
I like you a lot.
Is this your new Raina right here?
This is my new Raina.
I had my
life
hand held
story.
out for like 5 minutes. Thanks.
Okay.
I
Well,
think-
we okay.
You guys do your parents watch your videos?
I've realized that my dad does.
My mom watches them. Yeah, I think so.
My
I
parents-
think my mom does a little bit, but my dad watches. Like people be like,
So we met, and then we met at VidCon, I think, and then
yeah.
we would just like, and I would watch. Oh, wait, this is fun.
Yeah.
You know how Facebook has memories? You can check out your
This is
memories.
about the divorce again?
No.
That was a great memory, though.
Thank you. But I clicked my memories, and it was from 2012, and I said, check out my awesome friend William Haynes, and it was a link to one of your videos from your personal YouTube channel. And it was about the election, and I 100% know I did not watch that video, and probably was just
You
posting
were
it
just
like
nice.
it was his new video. I guess
That's
I should
really nice
share it
of
to
you.
my Facebook, but I don't think I even watched.
You used to
it.
write me too much.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you want me to say this. I remember the funniest
Don't
thing
say
you
it then
sent
if
to
you
me.
don't think.
It
Don't
was.
say it then.
It was about a gift that you sent to a boy that you liked. Do you remember that?
No.
And I've seen that gift so many times since then.
I sent a.
You
I don't want
sent me a message.
If this is gonna be like. if-
No, it's pretty simple.
Okay.
I've said
just
most of
gauge
it.
it. You know.
But basically,
I don't want to share.
You had wrote me a lot of Facebook messages, and one of them you said that you liked the boy, and you sent him a GIF, and it was that GIF of that girl and it's like 10 hot dogs fly at her face.
Oh shit!
I
That's
was-
funny.
I thought that was so funny, but I was like, I don't think I could talk about this. You needed an
That's
adult. Yeah. But I got
You
started
need
off.
an adult. You're 2 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, I was a
Chill
little
out,
boy.
dude.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
you
Yeah.
were a
Do you
little
feel
boy.
like you've been a little
You
boy up
still
until like
are
the
a
past
little
couple of
boy.
years?
I've been a little boy up until like a month ago.
Really, a month
Still
ago?
Yeah.
a little boy.
I realized-
Did you trade in your car the other day?
I did. The fact that I did that without anyone
I was about to
else's
say, that's a
help-
big boy move. What'd you
Yeah.
get?
I got a Volkswagen. I got
a
a
Jetta?
And when I was like
Oh.
16, if you asked me what car I would have wanted, I would have said, I want to have a Jetta. And now I'm an adult and I have myself a simple ass Jetta. Very happy.
I'm still so dependent
Why
on
were
my.
you- I just want to talk about my Ford
Mom.
Focus.
Was it worth getting
Not
a Ford
really,
Focus?
I'm not.
Was that a good
I
car?
just
Oh.
ask my mom. I need to clear this up. I just ask my mom questions all the time. I call her and be like, Mom, what is? Other than that, I'm really independent. Except when I call my mom, and go, should I go to the doctor? I call her and I'm like, I don't know. Should I go to the doctor? This hurts on me, and she'll be like, yeah, just give it a few days.
So you like love
that's
your
always
mom?
her. Yeah, my mom is great.
And you're like friends with your mom? Like you like will talk to her as a person.
yeah,
I didn't
I'll
start
treat her
that
as a
until-
human being.
I legitimately could not see my mom. Like it's so weird to say because I love my mom.
Well, yeah,
a
because
lot,
they're just a
but-
parent. You know, they're
Yeah,
like
it was a
they're
parent.
the figure that you look up to, and
Yeah.
you're like, this isn't. We can't have conversations.
Yeah, but now that I'm an adult and I realize that my parents are too, I can like talk to them a lot easier now. Like for a while, I was always afraid that they would judge me and they like wouldn't like what I was into, but now I just talk to
Here's some weird shit. I remember back in the day, I would, and this is when I was just a baby boy. Up until the past few months, I was never able to talk to my parents about anything other than just like, oh, well, how
Yeah.
do you do this? How do you do that? What's this about? And then now it's like emotions. And
Yeah.
we're talking real shit, and it doesn't feel weird that much. I mean, it's still like a little weird, but it's interesting to transition into talking to your parents about if you are afraid to talk to your parents about like anything, it sucks, because I wish I would have talked to them sooner about my
Yeah.
emotions or anything wrong.
I feel that same way, but I also feel like maybe parents, like when they see you as a child, you know, your parents are always going to see you as a baby. And like I feel like you have to get to a point where your parents, where they will see you as not necessarily an equal, but like as an adult.
Yeah.
Which took a while. The fact that I've been like living without them for 5 years now, like, you know, it takes a while. But I started making YouTube videos in, I think, 2007 or 8. The first videos I ever posted were to this way old account I don't even have the password to, which was just videos of me, like, doing Obama impersonations when he was first becoming, like, people were finding out about him. So there's, like, videos of me doing the Yes We Can speech. Because I remember, like, before the internet, like, people had you do stuff in real life. So, like, at my parents' church, they would have me do Obama and dress, like, and, like, at the youth center and everything. And I just started making videos of it. And it never really amounted to anything. It just became my way of communicating with the internet and talking to this invisible force. I used to have, my dad bought a Mac computer, a Mac laptop in like 06. I used to play MapleStory on. Did you play MapleStory?
No, all my friends did though.
Yeah.
Everyone played me. Yeah.
It was fun back in the day. But basically, what you had to do, what I did on the laptop was like, I didn't have a camera, so I'd press record and then press unrecord when I was done. So all my videos would start with me pressing record, saying something, and then stop pressing record. So they were super shitty. And then eventually I got a camera, went through high school. I went to this youth center called the Rise Center. They taught me how to edit in Final Cut Pro. And then I learned about doing journalism. And then I wanted to go to journalism school. But then my dad was like, no, you're not going to go to journalism school and do what you want to do. You're going to go to film school. So then I went to college.
Really? Your dad made you go to film school?
100% forced me to.
It's a weird decision.
One of my weirdest things my dad's ever done. Most opposite thing a parent can do. They usually, I said, Daddy, I want to be a journalist. Oh, no.
No, son, I want you to be unsafe.
Yeah, I want you to be
Take
unsafe.
a risk.
I want you to go to Los Angeles, and I did. And then I learned about like the practical uses of film outside of a video. I really have like knowledge. I've learned recently that I have extensive knowledge on like film and things like that, and which hasn't come in handy until recently. And that I didn't like film school because I got a job here, and they were like, I was making videos with Raina. And they were like, you want to do anime club with Raina? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to do Raina. I remember the first time I saw Raina, I was like,
hell yeah, I want to do Raina.
Hell yeah, I want to do stuff with Raina. So I remember it got to the point where they were like, do you want to go to a boring film school class where you just watch movies and talk about it at the end? Or do you want to spend all day doing what I've been doing since then here? And I was like, I think I like this more. And then I started doing this. And yeah, here we are.
Well, you were an intern here, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, I was an intern here in the very first days of SourceFed. I put up me and some other interns put up the soundproofing in the white wall room that's still up there to this day. So I really do feel like I'm part of this company to the core. And I left here because my internship was over, and then I went to become an intern at BuzzFeed. The very first days of BuzzFeed's video, it was me, this man named Zay Frank, this dude named Mike, and Ochi Scobie. We were in a room in Culver City, and this other dude, I forgot his name, Henry. And we were in a room in Culver City. Like the BuzzFeed office was like the size of like this right here up to that yellow wall. And we would just make videos, and I wasn't really a creative mind at it. It was Zay Frank was a creative mind. He'd be like, this is what I did. Now you put the intro and the outro on it. But to me, like, I don't know if you know about Zay Frank, but he's a genius.
Is he the head of the company?
Yeah, he's like a senior vice president of video or something, so he makes all his decisions. But at that time, it was him, and I was the intern, and this other dude, Michael Matzer. And I really just, like, I absorbed that man.
Is he your idol, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything he did, I, like, really just, like, because I sat next to him, I would really just watch him all day. I don't think he knew that because I was, like, 19. And I really tried to learn everything I could from him. Pretty much the same thing that I did with Phil, like right here. And then after that, I just kind of like lived my life for about 2 years. Then I got on SourceFed. Life changed entirely. Growing up as a nerdy kid, and all of a sudden you're on a show and everybody's sending you Facebook messages like I saw you on that shit, and I really didn't give a fuck, so I closed myself off to the universe. And then 2 years went by. I kind of like, I think people could tell, like, I just had this point where I just got into my own brain and like really just, at some point I realized that you could really do anything, and it really doesn't matter. And I realized that like the internet is the perfect place for that. You could really put out anything. There are no rules, there are no restrictions. The beautiful thing about the internet is that there's no guy with a business suit standing behind you and saying, you can't do this, and we need to put a sponsor on at this part. Like, you know, you could just put out anything anywhere. So then I started doing that for about 2 years, and I'd say over the last 2 years I made some of the craziest things I've ever made that were really just literally anything. And here we are. Then I started People Be Like on SourceFed in 2014. That went for a year, and then we were like, hey, let's make it a channel. We made it a channel, and then I was on SourceFed till about, I don't know, a couple months ago, and now here we are.
Hell yeah. You know Ty Lopez? Oh, sorry.
Who's that?
Everybody just remember to be yourself.
Yeah.
Well,
and stay yourself and be unique.
But
and
also
follow your dreams and
realize,
be you.
Realize you could be more than yourself too.
Well, if you're an actor, you have to play different characters.
in V for Vendetta, they said ideas are bulletproof. So you
I don't know if that's true.
Have you ever heard that song?
Which one? Candace?
The one called Bulletproof.
Wait.
Oh
wait.
yeah, I remember that song.
I like that
Please time,
concept. Be
baby.
yourself. I always had an issue with it. But like, what if yourself isn't enough for the thing you need to do? You need to be able to
And
call upon
you have to
pretend
grow,
to
yeah. You
be
have to
better.
grow.
I'm just saying everybody has to grow for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you got to do what you want to do. Like, don't conform, people.
Or sell out.
really
If you
do.
can sell out, sell out.
Sell the fuck out.
What I was gonna say
Don't
is
conform, but definitely sell your soul.
sell out. Ty Lopez, he had that viral thing, this YouTube ad where he was like, he has that Lamborghini behind him, and he's like,
oh, the
but I read
fucking
books.
asshole.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
But
the commercial that you're watching a YouTube video and he's like, he drives him with a Porsche into his garage and he's like, oh, this is just my Porsche.
this is my day to day.
Yeah.
He had one good piece of advice. I watched his whole thing.
I'm sure he's got a lot.
Well, one of the things really stood out to me, and it was that you need to have a mentor. And
Yeah.
I truly, truly believe that. And I feel like not having an idol or a mentor my entire life has been extremely detrimental to my development.
I'd say this is the first time in my life I haven't had like a specific mentor. All the way up until like recently, I always had a single person that I like idolized. And like for a while, I was Zay Frank. I mean, like Phil, like still to this day, like helps me out with a lot. But like, yeah, I think it really is important to have somebody that you want to do.
That's interesting.
I just wish I had someone out there. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
disagree.
really.
There's definitely been people that have helped me along my path. Like we were talking about Rainn Wilson before. And so I guess you could consider that a mentor. But
Yeah.
after 2014, or not 2014, or after like 2013, I don't know. I feel like I've never had like somebody that I'm like, this is the person. Like, this is that person.
Yeah, but like,
for me.
look at
Like,
us. We're awful.
I mean, do you like, what is that? You don't want a person, do you?
No, I think I'm really inspired to just do my own thing. Like
think that's you,
love
yeah.
there's a lot of people I respect and I look up to, but I think it's just like individual spurts of everybody, and I'm just like, oh, I want a little bit of that and a little bit of that and a little
Like
a
a
bit of that.
melting pot of spices.
Yeah.
I go through my
And
phases.
I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any rules. I don't think there has to.
No, I don't think there are any
Everybody just
rules.
kinda
I
do
get
their
obsessed with
thing,
people.
man.
I get obsessed with people. Like the whole Drake thing. Like I spent the last year of my life.
Yeah, what was that
obsessed with
about?
Drake. I don't know how that even happened. I still love Drake a lot, obviously, but like I got obsessed with
His
it.
new album wasn't that good.
I loved it. I had never been as excited for anything as the album Views. I remember I listened to it. I stopped everything. I put speakers on the table and just sat there. But I learned a lot during that. Like I learned how to like really like focus your creativity on someone else's work, and that's really interesting. I didn't feel that way again until I made my own mixtape and listened to myself with my own imagination.
Oh, I love those Asian dancers behind you in that break.
Thank
that was
you,
so
man.
funny.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's all intentional.
I think it does help at some point to have a mentor. I think it really does.
Who was
like,
yours?
I have never had one.
Oh yeah, huh,
It
yeah.
I'll
sucks.
be your mentor.
Yeah.
Go get me a coffee down the road.
I don't know if
Is
I'd
that
want
what
like
is that what they do?
I think so. I don't know if I'd want a mentor to be like a writer or a. I think I always pictured it being J.J. Abrams. That's who I would want to like
That
my
would
mentor to be.
So cool. Y'all would have the best sitcom. He'd have to be the straight character, and you're the other one. But you would just come to him for everything.
Yeah, I wish there was someone that I could go to for every question, or just to give me motivation. You know?
You know what? Now that I don't have a mentor, I should probably like get a mentee, like a 19-year-old. That's like.
Yeah, like a little boy.
Like a little boy who's like, I want to do stuff too, but I don't know how. But fuck that, I ain't got time for you.
I think it would help to, yeah, you know what? And then you could learn a lot about yourself in the process, having that little
Yeah.
boy and teaching that little boy a bunch of different things and making that little boy into the man you want him to be.
Oh God, and it's really the man that he wants to be.
Because imagine molding little boys.
I would love to get like some little boy action going on.
Yeah, I think that molding little boys is one of the most important facets of the candidacy that they're not talking about.
Yeah, like I want to ask Hillary and Donald, like, what will you do about little boys?
Are you going to mold them or are you going to fold them?
Yeah.
One or the other.
You gonna hold them or you gonna fold them?
Yeah.
I really liked. I looked at the debate last night, and the last question this guy asked was like, "What do you guys like about each other?" And I wish so bad that I was the guy that asked that. I wish that was me, but anyway, I'm not.
I tuned in for just a little bit, heard the thing about Lincoln, and I was like, I didn't really hear the context of it. I get it now.
I didn't get that part. What happened?
I don't remember. She talked about Lincoln and the movie Lincoln.
Oh yeah. They were talking about yeah. What's the Daniel Day-Lewis or something? I think I heard
they were
about
talking
that.
about something. I don't remember exactly, but
This election has been fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
I was like, this is too weird for me. I don't want this. And then I just
Yeah.
I turned it off right away.
And then Trump humping the chair. That like,
Oh yeah, was he actually humping it, or was it just
Nah.
like?
he just was behind it. And you know, like when you're like kind of in a nervous situation, you might jitter. I'm constantly jittering, so I totally get it. But like, if you are on TV in front of millions, you need to not jitter.
Oh man.
But I understand like the nervousness of the situation. You're literally debating the most career politician of all time. Like you're gonna be nervous.
Yeah, if
don't
I
hump
were in
the
that
chair.
position, oof.
I would love to debate Hillary Clinton and lose. It'd be just awful.
Would you ever? Do you think at this point in your life, 20 years down the line, you have done enough stuff online to never be able to run for
Yeah.
president?
Yeah.
I definitely have too many things online where it's just like
Me too.
they could just dig that up immediately.
But does that matter?
I don't think so. I don't
Look
think
at
it will.
our candidate.
Yeah,
One
I
of
guess
our
it's who you try to
candidates.
appeal to. Yeah.
He's gotten a lot, like Donald Trump's gotten a lot of
Yeah,
trouble
and
for
there's
the
been
shit
a
he's
lot of
tweeted.
stuff coming out recently, and it's like he's still in the running. Like,
Yeah,
does it?
it's so
Will it
crazy.
matter in the future? I
I-
have a friend that thinks. I think I said this on a different podcast. I have a friend that thinks Kylie Jenner will run for president years down the
Shit
line,
like that could happen.
and I believe it.
I think though,
Who knows
like,
what could happen?
Anything.
Isn't
can
The Rock gonna run
happen.
for president?
that would make sense.
He said he was going to, right?
See, this is what we
Really?
need. Like, there's president is a cool thing, and like to us, like as regular human beings, citizens, we think the president is like our representative. But being the president is a real job where you have to be in meetings and talk to people. What we need to do now is to distract our stupid folk, our regular human beings, and have a new job that's just like America's guy or girl.
So there's like a president for politicians, and then there's like
smart
another type of president,
Yeah.
not under the name president. That's like for a celebrity. That's like, I want to be president.
Yeah, like are you like basically like if Iron Man was real and if Iron Man was the only superhero, we'd be like, yep, Iron Man is America's superhero.
When it comes
Okay.
down to it, when the president,
So we just have America's celebrity for 4 years.
For 4 years.
And that's like, they just get paid to be in
Show
a
up.
bunch of shit.
Yeah, and just really whenever
To
when
show
bad
up
shit
at-
happens, when a bunch of people get shot up and then they go on TV and are like, I'm so sad this happened. When something great happens, this 4th of July, they're like, 400 years ago, something. That's all we need you to do.
And so the president is just behind the scenes,
And that way,
and they're not making the public appearance.
here's the thing:
Yeah.
like the president now, aren't they just the bearer of bad news, or like
Pretty much.
the person that takes in all the praise?
in the physical world, to us regular citizens, that's what we think. But behind closed doors, they're really doing something. That I think the person behind closed doors needs to be secret so they can really do the job. That's why we can get some genius. Because
So you want like a famous, like a beautiful actor to do it or something?
No, they do the public one. But
I want John Hamm as president. Is that so hard?
no,
Is that so
you
much
want
to
him
ask?
as the physical president.
That's what I mean. The physical
Yeah,
president.
the
Yeah,
physical
I want
president.
either John Hamm or Tom Hardy.
Robert Downey Jr. I'm
Robert Downey Jr.
serious.
would be cool. Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.
I want someone that's gonna make me feel confident. You know, someone that's like, yeah, that's who's representing me.
Him or like Kim
Or-
Kardashian.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian. What if there was a couple? You know, what if it was like the America's Family? That's what it is right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Kardashians, I'm gonna bring it up. Did you read the article about Kim being robbed at gunpoint?
Yeah.
Didn't it get taken down?
We do that story
No, I
together?
think
Did
we
we
went
do
a
that
bunch of
white wall
places.
together?
Yeah, we did that one.
She was in Paris.
So there's
yeah.
news coming out about it that it could have, not news, but people are like, there's conspiracy theory
Speculation.
that it was fake. And I'm interested in your thoughts on that.
I think it's
Personally,
funny.
I think it really happened, and I don't think it's fake because I feel like that would be embarrassing. to be
Personally, if
like,
it's
I was
fake-
tied up in a bathtub.
I know.
First of all, yeah, that's an effed up story.
Well, what
to be
reason would she
telling.
have to?
But it's also just like they're like, oh, she needs publicity, and I'm like, no, she doesn't. What is this conspiracy theory?
I don't think it's fake. I mean, not that because it's irrelevant to my life, but like
Right.
I don't think it's fake. But I do feel the reason that she could do it was because like a couple weeks before Drake got robbed for $3 million.
Really, I
Yeah.
didn't know this.
I don't know how I didn't get that popular, but off his tour bus, I think it was when he was in LA.
Oh wait,
Yeah, some dude.
I totally forgot about that, but I did hear that.
Yeah, some dude stole the jewelry off his tour bus. Like, Drake, I love you, boo, but why do you have $3 million on your bus? But
Yeah.
anyway, some dude stole it, went to some college to try to fuck some girls, and got caught with the money. Phil made a video and said, yo, you shouldn't have been stealing, but if you're gonna steal some money, leave it somewhere else while you go fuck. But I think that she could have been like, oh, Drake got robbed for $3 million. I need to prove I'm richer. I'm gonna say I got robbed for $10 million. That's the only reason that I would fake that.
That's
I
funny.
hope that it's real. I mean,
totally forgot
it
about
sucks
that
if it's real,
Drake
but I
thing.
hope it is because I bled emotion in that video that we did for Kim K. You know,
you?
I was like, damn, that's tough. That's rough. No one should be making fun of her.
I don't think so either. If you got robbed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And
But
I
if
think
it's fake, I take that all back.
If it's fake, I give her way props for really just going there.
She
for your
went
art.
for it. I remember someone over there in the other room was like, "Oh, I think Kanye just called her and was like, babe, I need an out. I gotta go or something." She's like, "Oh yeah, I got
he just
robbed."
didn't want to do the concert.
The concert that he left. He
Mike
just, like,
Falzone said that.
Yeah, that was a Mike Falzone
Yeah.
joke. Bringing it in here.
He's not usually that funny.
I really like Mike Falzone, and that really hurts me that you said
I've always liked Falzone. I remember I used to always talk about it before I met Falzone. All of my friends, all the people that worked here, like Steve, would be like, "Oh, I love Falzone. He's such a nice guy." I was like, "Wow, why do people think that?" Then I met Mike, and I was like, "Oh, he is great."
He's
What are
great, but
people
I
saying?
don't think he likes me.
What are people saying about me?
Not much.
She's
Fallacious.
I didn't go to college.
Egregious.
What's that? What's
I made
that
it
word?
work. I made it up. I
Oh,
went to film
Tenacious.
school. It's not a real college.
oh.
Tantrum.
I throw a
Tantrum.
lot of tantrums.
You're
I've never
afraid of
seen
horror
Tantrum.
movies, a horror anything?
Me too.
What is happening?
Dude, I'm too old to be afraid of
But
the
you
dark.
like roller coasters, right? You guys like
I
roller
like roller coasters.
You like
love
spicy
roller
food,
coasters.
right?
That's true, huh?
But
You
it's
guys like
different.
adrenaline. I don't like spicy
It's
food.
different.
See, like,
It's different.
my issue with scary movies is, like, I'm, like, visually what I take in, eventually it will come back out of me through the things I do.
Oh, okay.
So if I watch a scary movie, the next month the people be like, it's going to be me getting killed by people or me murdering people. So I can't watch scary movies.
That's all I've been about lately is writing horror shorts.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what I want to end up doing years down the line is making, or at least starting off with like a nice short horror film. I've been trying to like gather up people from this office to do like a little thing on the weekend to film a horror skit.
And there are different, like, mini genres within horror. Are you talking, like, thriller, like it's scary?
Monster.
Oh, monster. Yeah.
I like monsters. I like ghosts. Thrillers are cool.
I think you could do that
They
because
kind of
monster.
make me just feel sick.
Yeah.
I feel like sick and I get kind of sad when I see them.
kind of sad.
No, it gets for real. If we're being
No, I
really
believe you.
real, if I
Monster-
see an upsetting movie or something, it kind of messes with me and it makes me start thinking, like, yucky things.
Do you not want to
and
think
so
about
it gives-
anything outside of like? Do you have a bubble by any chance? Do you just have like a Candace bubble?
Probably a
Oh, I know
little
what you
bit,
mean.
but I just like there's some things that will trigger certain thoughts in my head, and I just like don't like that. So horror movies and scary movies will put negative thoughts and like energy in
Yeah.
me, and I hate it, and it makes me feel sick, and I'm just
Okay.
like I don't like
Yeah.
this.
That's fair.
That
Like,
happened to
that's
me.
something that I don't. Yeah, it makes me just really like.
It's
Ugh,
not
I
even
hate
seen
it.
it with me. Like, Steve told me about that movie that came out last year about the invisible guy that comes and tries to kill you if you have sex.
Oh, It Follows.
It follows, and he told
The
me
invisible guy that comes.
That's all.
Honestly,
I know.
that's what it's about.
Is
yeah.
that really
yeah.
what it's
Yeah.
about?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, and he told me about the scene where like it's
Interesting.
invisible. I think it's in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. So they like throw a blanket over him, and then you could see his his silhouette, and that scared the shit out of me. And I didn't even see the movie. I just kept
Was
thinking
it
about
a
it.
sexy silhouette?
No, it was just like, I'm gonna come kill you, man.
Damn, I can't even think of a movie that resonated with me like that, like a horror movie. Besides when I was a kid, like Tremors. Do you guys remember the movie Tremors with
No.
Kevin Bacon with the underground, the graboids that would come out of the ground? And anyway,
But I think you could make horror movies, especially monster movies, because people don't really make monster movies anymore.
no one makes any good ones, at least.
The people that make horror movies, they're like, it's really like just trying to make money. But
Yeah.
if you put art to it, I think you could do it.
I think it would be so cool to have a horror movie. I mean, The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2 are great examples, I think, of horror movies that have an artistic side and great characters.
I heard that other one with the little boy is like pretty artistic too. Insidious.
Insidious?
Yeah, I
Yeah, that
heard
was
that
good.
was
That was
good.
all right.
Actually, no, that was my friend that was like, he was like, hey, I'm a bro. So he wasn't one of my film friends, but yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
I like the movie The Descent. That's my favorite horror
seen it.
movie of all time. It's
Have you
where
ever seen the movie The Descendants with JoJo and George?
that's my favorite
Clooney?
horror movie. Yeah, with George Clooney.
There's George Clooney and JoJo. That's not a horror movie,
You know which one
but it is
scared
about
me?
divorce, so pretty similar, huh?
The one that scared me was we watched it for SourceFed. The one about the kids, and they're like, let's Skype all night. And then they're like, oh, now we're getting
Wasn't that with
killed.
one of the guys from Bath Boys?
Yeah, one of the bad boys was in it. He's been here.
They're funny
Yeah.
people.
Oh, yeah. all
I
of
heard
them
Peter
are.
Gilroy. That guy's crazy.
Yeah, that man's out of his mind, but I like him a lot. Yeah, I think about him
They're all so
often.
funny.
Yeah, have you
You
met
think
Peter
about him a
Gilroy?
lot?
Yeah, I do.
No, never. Just talked about
You
him
should
without
meet Peter
knowing him.
Gilroy.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys would be friends.
I usually don't make a good connection with people.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like you do.
Well, I mean, one person in particular, Elliot Morgan. I think that guy's like super
it's the
talented.
people when people
He doesn't
say
like you?
you're gonna connect
I
with
don't
this
know if he has an
person the
opinion.
most when you have nothing in common. You're
I
like,
know, yeah.
You guys will get along, and then you meet them, and you're like, oh fuck.
I never
I
like
think
anyone
going
like
into a
that.
conversation with Elliot Morgan, I'm just picturing, wow, I'm like the uglier, less talented version of him. So then
Oh, I don't
I'll
think
meet
that.
him, and then
You
I'll
guys
have
are
nothing to say.
extremely
If we're
different.
talking about like
Yeah, no,
technically
we for
skilled-
sure are. Yeah.
Technically
seen
skilled,
Elliot
you,
in
you
years.
crush him. You
Yeah, but
skilled.
like brain wise, that dude's miles above a lot of people.
He's
so
read some books that were out in like 1948.
that's a great year for books. And I remember the last time I had a conversation with him was at, I think it was Zaragoza's birthday party, and I was like I was at getting
The
some cake.
roast.
Yeah, I was getting some cake, which I came to late. The roast before when it ended. So that
You
was,
didn't see me roasting?
no, I didn't see anything, and no one filmed it
want
because
the
they
cake.
couldn't.
No, because it was dirty. I gave a great performance though. I'm
want
sorry
the
you
cake.
missed it. Yeah.
I'm actually really disappointed because that seemed like it would be one of the funniest things to see ever.
Yeah, because he really didn't know. He walked into the room and it's a theater, and Bree brings him in, and then he's like, all his friends are there.
Good for Bree for setting that up. That great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't go to that. So sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry I didn't attend that.
Oh, we
I
coulda
love
met
you
then.
So oh, we probably wouldn't have.
No, I
Probably
don't think
not.
You would have
No.
either.
Probably would have been like.
Was it that long ago?
This is like 4 months or
yes.
so,
It was
right?
earlier this year. I couldn't make
Or
it.
was it June? Yeah, it was different times.
Different times.
It was good. So yeah, Steve walks in and it's me, Lee, Elliot, Falzone, and Rafi and Bree on stage. I think
Was
that
it
was
mean? Was
Yeah,
he
some of it.
surprised?
Lee was fucking vicious. Oh my god, Lee was vicious. Like, but
Do you
that what do
think
we expect?
Steve went home and cried.
No, no, Steve didn't cry.
Shout
Steve
out
is-
to Steve.
He's the best person because
I
Steve
love
can
you.
take shit like that. Not a lot of people would like.
I hate
that.
people that can't take things.
Yeah.
Those are the worst people. Like,
yeah, you really love yourself.
be
don't
fun.
You?
Like, be fun, dude.
Be fun. Like, why do you take
I
yourself
feel
so
like this is
seriously?
directed at me.
No, you take shit
Oh
easily.
God. Somebody in the comments the other day said.
Oh, God.
You guys read any mean comments lately?
No, I've been on it too long that it goes out of my head.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll read it and I'll be like, wow, that one sucks. And then I'll scroll down a little bit more and then get really hurt because they made a really valid point.
You've been doing
You
this
know,
for
it's
too
one
long.
thing.
How could
It's
you...
one thing to comment stuff in the YouTube section and be like, "I hate Candace. She's sucks" or whatever, and then it's another thing to direct tweet me it.
I know. That's
well,
something
let me
different.
tweet you. Just said it. No, I'm gonna block you. What are you doing?
That's a different situation.
And then
That-
when they commented on your Instagram too, you're like, "This is my page. What are you?" They talk about you like you're not there. You're like, Candace, blah blah blah. Like, wow, she used to be like this, or she really sucks, or something. And she's like, "This is on."
you gotta like honestly like.
What are you doing?
The only time I
That's
ever
a
block
part of this,
anybody
you know?
is if they
It's-
talk shit about like someone else that's in the video.
That's
you
not
know,
okay.
like
Oh,
I'll.
I love to
Like, I don't care if
block.
someone, like,
I'm
talk
just
shit
always
about
like,
me.
Somebody says something that isn't even that. They're just like, they make something dumb, and I'm like, blocked.
It's
get out of
weird
here.
because like we're kind of characters in people's life. It's like to them this is a show, but to us it's real
Honestly,
life.
to me, I think I am a character to myself.
Me too.
Like, I don't know if I'm really about anything at this point. I feel like I could just disappear and it wouldn't really.
I 100% agree with
People
you.
for
Yeah.
the long. I think people may still be saying this about me, but like, especially when I first was on the white walls here a couple months ago. People were just like, "What is this character she is doing?
That's just
Who
you.
is this character?" And I'm like, I don't. What are they talking about? Like, this is just.
It's
I'm just
interesting.
over here delivering. I'm reading. I wrote this piece and I'm reading it. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to be like. You know what I mean?
I've seen a lot
Yeah.
of nice things about
I'm just
you.
doing what I gotta do.
Oh, yeah, a
I'm
lot
just
of
doing
people-
what I got. But a lot of people are also really nice to me. Thank you.
Speaking of which, we'll be on the SourceFed Reddit a lot more in the future. So if you want to like say some things to us there, we'll probably respond.
I think you're doing
I
great.
just
though.
made a Reddit account.
I just got marked
Hour
as a
ago.
red on the SourceFed Reddit, so I can finally like
I need to.
be seen better on
Do
it.
that.
Because everyone else
Yeah.
had a red thing and I never did, so I was like, oh,
Yeah, I
fuck
go
it.
in there every once in a while too. Sometimes read about myself. It's weird, especially like when a couple months ago they like I had certain characters in my life and like speculate about that. That's so funny to me, though.
People were a lot more hostile, I think, in the past on the SourceFed Reddit, but I think they're a lot nicer now. Like things have changed. It feels
honestly, I think they're super chill. They're super nice.
Yeah,
but I've seen bad times, and I've seen it hurt people that like other hosts that like were close to me.
Yeah, because I think it'd be nice for it just to be a lot, just a nicer place, and to have because I think that would inspire a lot more hosts to go in there and actually,
I think our audience is great, and especially like over at People Be Like, and like here too, it's like we have like so many people's YouTube audiences are shitty. Like you read the comments and they're talking shit about the guy in it, and it's like, we have a lot of nice, great people.
Yeah, a lot of opinionated people, but a lot of nice people, and it's worth getting to know them all.
And if you just view yourself as a cartoon character or a sitcom character, it feels different.
Yeah, but I think when it all comes down to it, all you really have to remember is sell out.
Sell the fuck out.
Why aren't you selling out? If you can sell out, sell the fuck out, dude.
Somebody send me a check for anything.
Send me some. Last time I was on the podcast, I asked for scooters, and I received. Can I get some gift cards? Thank you.
Can we get some Chipotle gift cards?
Can we get some gift cards?
I need a couch. 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 No, seriously though, I need a purple couch. Like.
Do you have decor in your room now?
I do. I've my whole life, ever since I moved to LA, or for a while, I decided to have no possessions. I did not attach to anything, but now I'm done with that. I told you within the past month, like I was like, I'm 23 now. I need to.
So you're really
Olive
not
Garden?
a baby boy anymore.
No, only on the inside a little bit, but like
Pizza?
You got to keep on to something.
Yeah, I think only in creativity.
Baja Fresh?
Ugh.
Sorry, I'm sending subliminal messages during
Is that really what you want? Or is it because there's one around?
Pasta.
Oh,
Is there a Baja Fresh?
There is. It's not.
I
too
love
close,
it.
But I'm not a big
shrimp
fan.
tacos, but they're too expensive.
I am not a big fan of Baja Fresh.
Whatever.
I used to like what's that place that you guys go to with the egg on the sandwich? I used to like that place. The Stand.
The Stand is
I used to like The
fantastic.
Stand a lot.
It's expensive though.
I just want there's
everywhere in LA
I
is
just want
expensive
to eat
though.
free for life.
Don't you like going to Pink's Tacos?
Not me.
I've never been.
Not I.
Over there by
I've
the
also
comedy
never
store?
been to-
Ain't never been.
Also never been to Pink's.
Pinches.
Pinches, yeah, hell yeah.
Pinches.
Right now it's all about
Pink's
Diablo Taco for me though.
Taco.
Pinches has the best horchata in the world.
Really?
To me, yeah.
Yeah, you're a big horchata boy too. You've had
Yeah.
it all, right?
I've had it all, and I really like it from
I'd like
Pinches.
to give a shout out to Guisado's Tacos, Echo Park,
Would you call my fucking mother?
and it's all braised meat tacos. So it's all like tender.
Yeah.
You want some gourmet hipster tacos? Hit up Diablo Taco in Silver Lake. Can't think of a better taco place.
Whatever
They have
happened to Raina Scully?
pork belly tacos. Raina Scully
When's
is
the last
doing
time
some
you saw her
Japanese
in
shit.
person?
I saw her a month ago, maybe.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
haven't
we
seen her in a
film.
while.
She comes over sometimes. We film some shit. She's getting married soon.
What?
Yeah, she's getting married soon. So she's busy for like the next couple months, and then we're starting a podcast.
Shit, she is
Wow.
getting married.
You guys should be on that podcast sometime.
Yeah.
Wait, you're starting a
I'll do
podcast?
Yeah,
that.
Raina and I are
with her?
starting a podcast, Boys Only Club.
Boys Only Club. It's called.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
So that'll be
You
interesting.
really fucked up my shit with Raina.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we did the gaming channel together.
She
and
was my partner, and then she came, and then you came in.
I felt like there was some sort of a disconnect there because of that.
I didn't like it, I'll be
A little bit
honest.
of
No, yeah, I totally get that because you and her were like a team.
Yeah, we were, but then I had to do my own thing, and you guys had.
and
to do your thing.
we just like fell off, down
Yeah.
the line. So now we're cool.
Yeah, now we're cool.
Are
Now
you
I can be
cool?
friends.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah, but like.
Is this cool?
yeah
If
but
Raina
you're
gets
no.
back
Are you
part of
guys
the
gonna
equation.
beat each
Yeah.
other up after this is over?
Yeah, but you
Oh,
better
that's
not be friends
subject.
with Raina at
Yeah.
any point.
Me?
Yeah,
Don't
be
try to
careful.
talk
Don't
to
try to talk to
Raina, you
Raina.
followed me on Twitter the other day, and I followed you back, girl. Hit me up. Slide into my DMs.
I had enough Rainas in my life. I'm good. Thanks for watching this episode of People Be Like.
And thank you. Okay. Thanks for watching this episode of the SourceFed podcast. Be sure to check out People Be Like with William Haynes.
That's me.
Check out Steven's channel,
Or don't.
or don't,
Hunan Penguin.
if you want to name it. I don't know.
Oh, it's just Steven Soptic. There's no creativity.
And I make videos very occasionally on Hunan Penguin, and you could also see us all on the
Was there a
SourceFed
different name
channel.
before that?
Yeah,
Um,
MLGHW.
Oh yeah, that was too hard to.
Yeah.
Also would like to thank our sponsor Discovery Go, and you can watch your favorite
Hey.
Discovery Channel shows anytime,
You
anywhere.
mean like Mythbusters?
You can watch shows like Mythbusters. You can watch shows like Naked and Afraid,
Cake
maybe
Boss?
Gold Rush. I can't. Yeah, I guess you can.
And I could like, if I want to watch that, I
On
can like download.
TLC Go.
I love Mythbusters.
On TLC Go, you can watch Cake Boss.
Wow.
Yeah, but let me tell you.
Yeah. Tell me some more.
I think that's who
Just
my
download
idols
it for
would've
free
been.
at your app at the App Store.
I love free
Discovery
apps.
Go, baby. Or TLC Go. Or maybe Animal Planet Go. It just depends what kind of show you want to watch.
How many shows do they have on there?
Oh,
a
so
lot.
many.
There's a long list.
So many shows.
I just started catching up on all the Naked and Afraid episodes because I was inspired by the one that we did.
Yeah, you were in that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't ask me to be in that because they didn't want to have to,
I think they assumed that you just wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, and plus, like censoring out that much.
Dick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you do have just...
Then I guess you would have to do a Naked and Afraid XL parody.
Like, really, like the render time on that?
That's a
like,
show on this list. It says Naked and Afraid, and then it says Naked and Afraid XL. So,
No way, that's for real a thing?
yeah,
I'm applying.
right. Look at it.
XL, wow.
I don't know.
That's the one Seth Rogen must have been on.
Okay. Thanks for watching, you guys. You can follow me on Twitter at Candace Sucks. You can follow Will at,
Mr. William Haynes.
and you can follow Steven.
At Steven Suptic.
Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I said that 20 times at the end of this podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
Guys. Well, howdy ho. Welcome back. Welcome back to the SourceFed podcast. I'm your host, Steven Suptic, brought to you today with the one, the only, Matt Lieberman.
Oh.
How's it going there?